The cost of living in Australia is crazy. The average home price is 1.75 million. People are spending $250 a week on groceries alone. And worst of all, the McDonald's hamburger has gone from $1 to $2. Bruh. In this video, I'm gonna be trying the cheapest item on the menu at every fast food restaurant to find the best bang for your buck item that will save you in these tough times. But first, let's go through some rules. Rule number 1, the item cannot be a dessert or drink. It has to be from the main menu. Rule number 2, I cannot modify the item in any way to make it cheaper. It has to be the original item. And rule number 3, I must order the cheapest item on the menu. Of course, it can't be a dessert or drink, but on the main menu, the cheapest item. Well, anyways, enough waffling. Let's get started on this video. The first fast food place we're going to is McDonald's. Alrighty, we've arrived at McDonald's, the king of Goislop. Let's go find a cheap ass item. Now, the cheapest item I could find at McDonald's was a hamburger, which came to a whopping $2 Australian. Wow. So the cheapest item on the menu at McDonald's is a $2 hamburger. Now, this does not look very appealing, but I guess you get what you paid for, and for $2, like, come on, that is crazy. Patty, pickles, tomato sauce, mustard, and then the burger. Not that bad. Let's give it a try. Cheers, boys. Now that is extremely dry. It's almost like they put no sauce in this. Let me get another bite with a pickle on it. Yeah, honestly, this is a terrible tasting burger. Like, I understand it's not gonna be anything crazy since it's a $2 hamburger, what can you say? But it just tastes so bad. It's super dry. Everything about it is just very, very bland. Now with the food items, I'm gonna give it 3 ratings. 1 on the taste, 1 on the value, and 1 just in total, right? Now for the value of the burger, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. $2 for a whole burger. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but a burger's a burger. So $2, not bad at all. However, the taste, I'll give it a 3 out of 10. It's really, really bland. I'm not enjoying this whatsoever. Although the value's good, each bite is just like, it's just not enjoyable, okay? So 3 out of 10. So then in total, we'll give it a rating of 6 out of 10, okay? It's decent, it's a good start to the video. The value's really, really good. It's just the taste that just knocks it down a lot. So yeah, in total, a 6 out of 10 for the hamburger. Not a bad start to the video. Honestly, this may be a harsh rating. I might need to boost it up later on in the video, but 6 out of 10. Let's go to the next fast food restaurant. For our next restaurant, we're heading to KFC. KFC chicken is like me after a breakup. It's dry inside. Now, the cheapest item I could find at KFC was the snack chicken popcorn for $2.95. For $2.95 at KFC, you get this. Now, when I ordered this snack-sized popcorn chicken, I thought it'd be maybe this big. Look how, bruh. You kidding me? Look at that size. Hey, but I guess for $2.95, you cannot complain. Let's go try this out, this little snack popcorn chicken. Now, this tastes better than that burger I had before. Absolutely delicious. Now, the taste on these were great. They were seasoned well, they weren't dry, they were just really, really good for a snack. And honestly, $2.95, it is more expensive than the burger, but it's not that bad. Now, to rate this on taste, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. This was actually really good. As I said, it was seasoned really well, the texture was nice, it was juicy. This is some good little snack chicken, all right? 8 out of 10, I'm happy with that. However, the value does bring it down a little bit because it was $2.95 more than the burger, and honestly a little smaller. Like, once again, that is a tiny little bucket. So for value, we'll give it a 5 out of 10. So a 5 for value, an 8 for taste, making it a 7 in total. Wow, very good. That beats the McDonald's hamburger. This is number 1 on the list. KFC, you've done it again. All right, that was really corny, but KFC has taken number 1 on the podium. Let's go to the next fast food place. Next up, we're heading to Taco Bell. The cheesy swirl was the cheapest item at Taco Bell. Alrighty, here we have our cheesy swirls. It was $2.45. What a bargain. I will say though, the photo, it looked very unappetizing. It just looked really boring, but let's try it out. Bruh. So essentially, it's just a wrap with cheese melted in it, and I think some kind of sauce. I have no clue. This looks kind of nasty, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, low-key just smells like a toasty as well, but should we try it? Cheers, camera. Yeah, this is so trash. So it genuinely is what I just said. It's just cheese melted in this wrap, but it's not even toasted, and there isn't any sauce. And also, you can barely taste the cheese. It's legit just a wrap. It's really chewy, really doughy. Bro, can this ambulance shut up? But yeah, you can barely taste the cheese. You can barely taste like the sauce, the seasoning, nothing. It's legit just this chewy, doughy consistency. It's really bad. Well, that was absolutely terrible. Kobe. Yeah, let me go pick that up. But anyways, to rate the cheesy swirl, on a value, I'll give it like a 5 because it wasn't bad. $2.45 is cheap, but for what you're getting, it's terrible. So like, a 5 is a good number. But then for the taste, I'm giving that a 2 out of 10. Like honestly, it just tasted so bad, so plain, doughy, chewy, boring. Like, why would people even choose to eat that? So in total out of 10, I'm gonna actually be nice and give it a 3.5 out of 10. I can't see anything else being worse than this. This was really, really bad. They need to take it off the menu ASAP. But enough said, a 3.5 out of 10. What a terrible meal. Let's go to the next fast food place. Alrighty, the next fast food place we're going to is Hungry Jack's. Alrighty, we are at Hungry Jack's. Let's go try the cheapest item on the menu. Hungry Jack's is Burger King for you American viewers, by the way. Let's go. A small size thick cut chips was the cheapest item on the menu at Hungry Jack's. $1.75. What a steal. So the cheapest item on the Hungry Jack's menu is small chips. Now, wow, they've actually filled these up to the brim. And guess how much? I mean, you already saw how much. $1.75. The cheapest item so far, can I just say. Now, realistically, there were two choices. There was a $3 cheeseburger, which I've had and it's great, or there were the chips. Now, a cheeseburger is less of a side. However, this was what, $1.75 compared to $3, you know? This item does abide to the rules, so, you know, we chose this. Now, honestly, these smell so good. And then once again, they've filled it to the brim for small chips. I gotta try it. Wow, they have absolutely nailed this, all right? The seasoning on point, they're nice. I like soggy chips. They're a bit soggy, a bit crispy, full to the brim, $1.75. They have nailed it, wow. Fast food places in Australia are known to under-season their chips, but these people, they must have knew I was reviewing it because wow, that is just, it's perfect. Have a look at that. You guys let me know in the comments if you like thin cut fries or thick cut. I feel like this is kind of in between, maybe thick cut, but I think I like thick cut a little more, you know? Thin cut's like McDonald's. This is pretty good. The potato inside of this is super fluffy and then the outside is just crispy. Like this is what a chip needs to be. Fluffy on the inside, crispy on the outside. I'm not trying to glaze these fries because like put the fries in the bag, but damn, these are good. All right, well, enough waffling. Let's give this a rating. So for taste, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. I really did enjoy these. These are great. And for the value, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10, all right? $1.75 for, yeah, a small bag of chips, but they filled it to the top, like overflowing. And $1.75. How much is that USD? Like less than $3 USD. That is crazy. So with a 9 on the taste, a 10 in value, we're gonna give this a 9.5 out of 10, all right? This, I don't think anything is beating this. This goes straight to number 1 on the list. These chips may be the best bang for your buck fast food item just in the world, all right? Or at least in Australia, but we do have a couple more places to go though, so I gotta hold my horses, wait a little bit. Let's go to the next fast food chain. Next up on the wheel is Krispy Kreme. Alrighty, we are here at Krispy Kreme. Let's go find the cheapest item on the menu. Hey, what's like the cheapest donut you have? Is it just the original glaze?
Original glaze for $3.90.
All right, easy. I'll just get one of those. Thank you so much.
$3.90.
Easy. Thank you so much. Alrighty, have a nice day. And the cheapest item I could find is an original glazed donut. Wow. Now, I genuinely haven't had a donut since my 10,000 calorie challenge. Just replay that video. We got 3 stacked together. So glazed donuts, they're not the most appealing to me. I mean, you saw I was squashing 4 at a time and eating it. Let's see if we can enjoy this one at least. Oh, that is the sweetest smell I've ever smelled, but let's just try it. Cheers. Yeah, that taste never gets old. I don't want to be gluttonous, but geez, that is just so good. And one of them tastes way better than me squashing 4 at a time, man. That was just so criminal. Now, this may be a crazy take, but I feel like donuts is a top 5 dessert, all right? Like, cake is up there, ice cream's up there, but donut, I think it makes the cut. And this, original glaze, top 3 flavor. Let me know in the comments if you agree, all right? Now that that's done, let's get into the rating. Now for the taste, that was absolutely delicious. I'm giving that a 9 out of 10, all right? It was fluffy inside, it was soft. The ratio of sugar and glaze was just perfect. Wow, that was incredible. A lovely dessert. But yeah, there is a but. The value, it's not amazing. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Now the donut was $3.90, which is on the higher end, but then the value is so low because it's really airy, you know, like you eat it so easily, it doesn't fill you up. And if you want that bang for your buck item at a fast food place, I would honestly opt for something else. Like again, those Hungry Jack fries, you know, that at least fills you up a little bit. This donut, it's a little too light for that. So with a taste of 9 and a value of 5, we're gonna give this a 7 out of 10 in total. Still a very high rating, don't get me wrong. Krispy Kreme donut, that is the strat if you need something light like a dessert that is a little bit of sugar and just tastes good, all right? That is a strat. 7 out of 10. Let's go to the next fast food restaurant. And the next fast food restaurant is Domino's. Alrighty, we are now here at Domino's. Let's go find the cheapest item on the menu. I'm kind of getting full, guys. This is not looking good. Alrighty, so we have the menu here and I just found out the cheapest is the garlic bread for $4.50. That's kind of the most expensive, I think, of the day. So we'll see how it goes. Now at Domino's, the cheapest item I could find is this garlic bread, which was $4.56. And yes, that is the highest valued item on this list. Now wait up, yes, it is expensive, but look at this. This is a big piece of garlic bread, all right? So although it is expensive, the value doesn't look too bad, but what about the taste? Now I do like myself a little bit of garlic bread. Funny story, our school canteen sold them and they slapped. It was like $3 for a roll. I got that every lunch. They def got some laxatives or something inside, but they slapped so good. But anyway, here's the garlic bread. Let's get a try of this taste, all right? Now don't get me wrong, this tastes great. That inside is nice, buttery, garlicky, but then the bread is just so stale. Domino's must have given me an old one because I don't know, just like, let's see if you can hear this. The bread is just super chewy and just stale. It doesn't taste fresh, you know? Now that was a shame. Now the taste inside of the bread was actually pretty good. It was nice, fluffy, garlicky, buttery, everything you need in a garlic bread. However, that outer crust was just so chewy and doughy and just straight up stale, you know, that was just not very nice. And because of that, I will be rating the taste a little bit lower than what it should be, all right? The taste would have been an 8 out of 10, but we're gonna give it a 6 out of 10 just because of that stale texture, all right? No garlic bread should be like that, and it's a shame it was so stale, but you know, it is what it is. And for the value, honestly, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Now, yes, $4.56 is the most expensive item, but you see what you're getting. That is way bigger than the donut, bigger than the burger, the fries, you know, you do get more for what you pay for. So with a rating of 6 on the taste and a 7 in value, we'll give it a 6.5 in total, which isn't too bad. Again, it's a shame that it was so stale because I think this would be up in the 7.5 or maybe an 8, but you know what? It is what it is. You get what you get, and I got the stale one this time. 6.5 out of 10, and I believe that is the last item today. But anyways, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Get the Hungry Jacks or Burger King fries, they slap. Now I'm actually curious what the ratings in the scoreboard is, so let's have a look now. And there you have it. In tied second place is the original glazed donut from Krispy Kreme and popcorn chicken from KFC with a rating of 7 out of 10. And taking first place are the small size fries from Hungry Jack's with a rating of 9.5 out of 10, making it the most bang for your buck fast food item. When this video drops, I'm most likely going to be in Japan or Korea, so stay tuned for those content. We're going to do some street food, some convenience store food, some fast food videos, all kinds of videos in Japan and Korea, so stay notified, click that bell, sub up, and yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Peace.